Hello everybody and welcome back to Medieval Total War and our Holy Roman Empire campaign in Glorious Achievements mode. We are at sort of an interesting moment in the campaign, I think. This is the point where you're starting to do well. You have enough troops to sort of throw them around and get results, and you no longer feel like you're fighting for your very survival necessarily. And this is the point, for me, is very critical. If I keep going down the route that I am going, this threatens to sort of stop becoming a Glorious Achievements campaign and may become a bit more like your conquest mode. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So just by pressing the shift key, you can see our territories here. We're commanding, a very respectable area of Central Europe, including, importantly, these parts of Italy. So we've got that. We've got the Hungarians under siege here in, I guess this is Croatia. And yeah, they're going to be falling after the end of this turn unless we are attacked again. Their king is just next door here in Serbia. So they could throw these 3 stacks at us and we could be for another big battle here before Croatia falls. However, we also have some forces over here, sort of left alone. We've got men over in Moldavia. We've got men in Carpathia with a Hungarian siege that is just about to fall as well, not this turn, but the year after. So what I'm wondering is, do we want to maintain here in the east? I know I think I've been going back and forth on this a little bit. Our only ally currently is the Golden Horde. We are at war with the recently re-emerged Bulgarian French, who have advanced into Hungary. The Hungarians, of course. We're at war with the Italians still because they own Provence, and we are at war with the Polish. Our only ally borders us in Kiev, as well as he has some ships now in the sea, in the Black Sea. We've got a couple of Bagullas, I guess, so they can make the Muslim-style ships, essentially. These are Mongol boats, and they may get some more boats in the sea. I would really hate to lose them as allies. We're making a little bit of trade off of them currently. Actually, quite a few provinces here that they own and they have ports in, so that's all very nice. But I'm a little concerned that they're going to want Moldavia. And I'm also concerned that Moldavia is going to feel like just a bridge too far for me. This does not feel like an appropriate German enclave. It's not part of my Dragnok-Austin goals, which are still on the board here, so to speak. We've got Silesia, and then we need to get Prussia and Livonia. So we need to move these guys, north, if anything. So here's what I'm thinking. Moldavia has done us well, as it has allowed us to stage our attack, into the back door of Hungary and do a lot of damage to them. Hungary does still own some territory in the east, in the steppe, which is fine. I'm happy for them to have that. I'm also happy that they own Serbia here. I'd like to basically loot Croatia and then, well, I'll probably hold Croatia. I think, I wouldn't mind holding Hungary, but with the French taking it, I'm not necessarily so eager to get it back. It's just going to expose me to more attacks from the Polish and the Hungarians and so on. So for now, this kind of border is kind of okay for me. It's a lot of provinces, but I want to get these troops back home. So I think what we're going to do is this. We're going to wait for this to siege out. And I may even do this. Since Moldavia has done such good work for us, let's move all the troops out of Moldavia, and we'll keep them in Carpathia. I'm a little concerned we're going to get attacked, either by the Poles or the French. The Hungarians are probably not going to do anything from Wallachia, but we can at least see this siege through, then use these troops to bust, France, to bust up into Poland, and to try to do some good in the west. I don't want to have a bunch of troops tied down, holding on to these eastern provinces, which may just cause a conflict with our allies. Now, unfortunately, in this game, we can't really gift territories to anybody, but what we can do is just crank the taxes up and let it rebel, and we'll see who takes it. We're at war with 3 neighboring factions, so hopefully one of them will just get the clue and move straight in. So we'll keep an eye on that. Over in the Holy Land, in our 2 provinces of Antioch and Tripoli, we've still got a pretty good presence here, I think. Of course, we do share a border with the Mongols, but they're fighting, let's see, they are still at war with the Byzantines. And so that's hopefully going to distract them. Maybe they'll pour their attentions towards Constantinople, Anatolia, maybe even down south. That'd be interesting. And we are seeing some more, we've got a civil war happening here in, I guess this is the Egyptians who are just in a lot of trouble. This is their last province, I believe. I don't know if they have anything west of this, but their last sultan here, their current sultan is only 37, but he's not looking very impressive. The Byzantines are about to starve them or assault out of Sinai if they don't get a big loyalist attack. But regardless, Byzantines are doing okay. The Horde is doing okay. There's kind of a nice balance of power going on here, and I'm not at war with any of these people. So I kind of want to maintain the status quo. If anything, I might be interested to snap up some of these island provinces just to help. I'm at war with these guys anyway. They're rebels. Having these provinces would get me, I guess, a little bit of income and, some nice staging ground for ships and stuff. But yeah, otherwise, I think we want to, turn our focus again. We've done a pretty good job in the Holy Roman Empire. Attack of Italy went as far as I wanted to go. And once we resolve this siege and this siege, I think it's time that we turn our attentions back where they ought to be, back to the north and into the Baltic. Since we've ridden out the excommunication, let's take a look at our elderly king here, Emperor Friedrich I, 63 years old. That has just really helped. I mean, I'm really shocked at how we were able to to do well during that whole period. There was certainly some unrest, some definite, more unrest than we would have seen otherwise. That was not simply attributable to his, low influence at that time. That was definitely excommunication related unhappiness in the provinces, but we didn't have too much trouble apart from that. No crusades called against us. No other allies saw fit to take advantage. I am very concerned about the Danes, who I don't believe want to ally with us anymore. They don't have any other enemies, and they do share quite a long border with us. So hopefully, they will find some new enemies, although they're allied with the Almohads. They're allied with the English, right? So it doesn't seem likely. We're probably going to end up in a big war with the Danes at some point, although maybe that'll just give us an excuse to add Denmark to our territory. But one of the things we need to do here is resolve Pomerania. Now this is probably going to be a challenge, and this is not a battle that I feel quite ready to fight, honestly. Let's see, if we were here, what is this going to say? Yeah, 1 year. Only 1 year, and so that means 2 turns, effectively. But they could assault. If they do assault, I don't have great troops to hold them off, and it's just a fort, right? So they could just line up outside with some spearmen, cut down the walls, and then shoot me up. So I think what we're going to have to do instead is take these guys out. And I've got some guys together here in Saxony, and we're going to send them over. This is 0-star. General's got no traits. And then we've got a couple of spearmen here, and that's all I can send. Let's see. I guess I could do this. Yeah, this would make a lot of sense. We don't have to worry about naval invasion anymore because there are no Italian ships here. So we don't need any of these guys in Friesland, arguably. No one can attack me, right? Because I've got those sea regions around Friesland totally locked down. Here's the Italian boats, but they can't hit me now. So I guess now's the time. Let's take our 6-star general, Lord von Schwaben, Duke of Ile-de-France, and Imperial Chamberlain. And if we can keep him, that would be great. He only has 20 men in this unit. But let's take all the archers and the mounted crossbowmen, and oh gosh, that's... yeah. Okay, 101 is workable. We'll train some more troops. I guess a unit of archers, and we'll send them in, and hopefully they'll just withdraw without a fight, and we won't have to fight, because any fight we have is going to be extremely messy on account of just the low quality of troops I have. So that is something that needs to be addressed. My best troop producing centers by far are Milan and Swabia, and eventually Saxony's going to finish the citadel. We can get some good stuff going. But I think otherwise, I think that's all I want to do. Let's end the year and see how they react to all of this. Okay, English attack. Yep. And the Danes, there it comes. Oh, gosh. Okay, so the Polish withdrew. We got back Pomerania, so that's nice. The English have changed their minds. Just a very tentative assault across the channel there. But, yeah, dreading this moment. Okay, it's more than 2-to-1 odds against us. You know, we've got some okay troops here. You know, in terms of quality, a couple of chivalric men-at-arms, but there's just no valor. There's 2 valor on the commander. They got a bunch of Royal Knights. They've got a bunch of Vikings. We do outrange them, so I guess one thing we could do is just try to do some damage. And all they got's peasants coming on. I mean, if I had anything like a reasonable stack, we could do quite well here, I think. Alright, looks like a lovely day here in Ile-de-France. Another wonderful little village there with a church in the center of it. We got some crossbowmen, some men-at-arms, some spearmen, some archers. Okay, we do have trees, but they've got a lot of Vikings. If they send in their knights, I mean, I guess we could do some good damage to them in the woods. We don't have armor piercing. This guy's got 4 valor now. It was 2 on the pre-battle screen. I'm not sure what's up with that. I have noticed a bit of a discrepancy, though, there. Sometimes what you see on the campaign map, you know, in terms of the valor of the general or whatever, is very different from what you actually see in the battle itself. I mean, I guess the other thing is use the village as kind of a choke point. I don't know. I'm overthinking this. I'm just going to get killed. So I guess the only thing to do is just, yeah, like just kind of set up here and just see what they do. This is just, it's just a matter of time, really. This is just a delay tactic to see if we can hurt them at all. But I guess if we are, you know, doing a proper delay, I guess we will want the most advantageous position, which would be the woods. So I guess, yeah, fair enough. We'll run over here. I don't know why they're going way out there with the Royal Knights. Honestly, if they would send the Royal Knights forward, I would be in favor of that. It's all the Vikings that I'm more worried about in a way. What do they got? I think it's a 4-star. It's their king. Yeah. Feudal sergeants. I mean, a lot of peasants. I think it's like 3 units of Vikings. Okay, we have managed to take out a couple of them. But yeah, I mean, let's see. Maybe they'll chase our archers towards the woods. We can, you know, hit them with spearmen or something. But no, we're just gonna get mowed over. This is going to be a pretty ugly one. Maybe we're going to tire them out at best. Let's get the swords over in this direction, I guess. 17 in that unit. Still got a full unit there. Vikings are coming in, so we'll try to get them with the other unit of chivalric men-at-arms. kind of in the flank there. And let's hit the feudal sergeant. Nope, they've got woodsmen in the woods. Very hard to see, but yeah, we're getting hit by woodsmen. Winning easily against them for now, but they are going to do some damage with those big axes. Yeah, let's just speed this up. This is just a big, ugly battle that I didn't want to fight.
Your general has let caution get the better of him, and now he bleeds.
All right. I mean, I knew it was coming, but what can you do? I guess I could have prepared for it in some way, but yeah, we got men down here. I guess I could have been moving them in this direction, but you know, all of my attention is focused over here, where there's much bigger, threatening actual enemy stacks at the time. You can't prepare for everything. Do we want to? Nah. All right, and it's a sad end to Emperor Friedrich I's reign. He just went through such a struggle, such a heroic, you know, interesting time, and to see it all end with the beginning of a war with the Danes. What a rotten end. But let's see, we've got a new heir. Okay, good. We've got some unrest from the Hungarians. Hopefully they'll just take it, and the Golden Horde won't jump in and break our... What's this? Okay, fine. We got an excommunication warning against the Hungarians. That's actually nice. We got 3,000 in the bank from Croatia, and Carpathia is about to fall, although actually, shoot. Now that we get that warning, let's see, do we have time to let this fall? I think we do. We recall within 2 years, right? And don't attack within 10. So that means we can assault if we wanted to, but I think it means we can also let the siege play out. Okay, yeah, we got a good runner there. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready for this at all. What do we have? All right, King Harold V. He's 50. Is he excommunicated? Nope. They're in good papal standing currently. And let's check the Pope's age. 31, so he's a new guy. Okay. And let's just double check some of the important loyalty stats of some of my men. I think by and large things should be looking pretty good. Alright, but the new emperor is now being crowned in Croatia for some reason. I mean, you'd think Swabia, right? That's got way more provinces. Why is he here? That makes no sense. I mean, Otto was down here. This guy was, I think, leading the force, essentially. He's I think, the highest ranking general among all these stacks. He's got a decent little amount of influence, 6. Let's take a look. We're not going to have him for very long either, though. He's unmarried. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because you can't really get a lot of princess offers when you're at war with everybody on the map. They tend to dry up after a while. Okay, so he's got no heirs of his own, but we do have some brothers and some, you know, very young heirs coming along. So Prince Hermann, only 3 years old. That's, I guess, a good sign. Heinrich is 48, and here he's in Austria. Okay, decent. This guy is actually quite good in terms of acumen. And piety's good. Command is 4, that's decent. Natural leader, numerate. Most eloquent, and scant mercy. So he's got a little bit of dread, too. So this should be good for public order. Yeah, we're just going to let this go. Oh, it should be good for public order, but what's this? What is all of this nonsense? I just, at the beginning, just prior to recording, did a little tour of my territories. Because after the excommunication, you know, I could afford to raise taxes again, so I did that. All right, well, now that we are definitely warned off of the Hungarians, you know, by the Pope, in a way that does give us some freedom, right? We can start to do stuff like take Denmark, you know, take some of these other territories from the Danes. You know, I just wish that the English didn't decide to throw in against us kind of for no reason here. That was a stupid, pathetic little attack. Yeah, and here's the Italians going up to the English Channel like they love to do. What do the Danes have here? Okay, I mean, we could just start sinking their fleets, and their realm is split by the sea, but so is ours. Okay, loyalty's still looking good down here. I mean, I think we can make a pretty good showing of this. If we, yeah, we're attacking this ship, right? Yeah. Their king is isolated from this part of their realm. I do want to keep the Italians around. I mean, as annoying as they are, and especially their ships, they're performing a very valuable function here by just blocking off, you know, most of Spain. So the Danes want to attack us, they're going to have to move troops around. Now, they could, you know, attack by sea. They've got a lot of ships in the sea, but I do too, at least near my my home territories. And I've been taking care to double them up so that there's not just like a single boat. A lot of these are longboats that are basically galleys, you know, worse than barks in a way. So if I've only got barks, I'm tempted to just let them sit and let them try, you know, the defense of the barks is superior. But where I've got caravels with an attack of 3, I'm willing to try to hunt down these ships. So that's what we'll do. Jeez, let's go over and check out Portugal, because, you know, maybe there's a chance we can do a little bit of damage to them, you know, by subterfuge or something. Okay, but we've got these forces now essentially freed up, kind of, to move somewhere else. So Croatia, let's take a look at our funds. Oh gosh, minus 526. Why? Oh yeah, because of all our trade. Our trade is just gone. All right, let's build a caravel. Oh, and he's got a caravel too. No command. But I've got 1 caravel and 1 bark. Let's just leave him as defensive. We'll see what he does with that. This is a caravel, and this is a bark. That's not good. Well, that's why we keep training ships over here. We are doing that. We've only got 6,000, so I do want to be a little careful with funds. All right, let's take a look at what we can get rid of here. I don't know if there's much point in leaving my king, you know, defending against Hungary. I guess we can start disbanding some mercs. That's probably a good use of my time. Yeah, these guys are very expensive. Let's keep that one. We'll keep the trebuchet, they're pretty cheap. Vikings, let's disband. There's only 39. It's, you know, Arbalesters I can make my own. Militia sergeants I can make my own. I'll keep these Vikings, and the handgunners, yeah, I'll disband. All right, this is gonna get me back in the blackout thing. Yeah, 100 support costs for these mounted crossbowmen. So the mercenary costs do really add up. But this was back from my my phase of just throwing everything against the Hungarians. So, you know, to that extent, I guess it was useful. Yeah, Khwarezmian cavalry. Okay. So, this is the non-merc forces. Let's see. We can't combine these guys yet. We'll just wait. This guy's really quite good. A Royal Knights unit. I'll want to keep him down here to guard against Naples, but I think my king is a good, a good commander. And I think I want him around Burgundy. We got to get back quickly to shore up defenses. So part of that, yeah, now we're making 568. So I just saved myself 1,000 gold per turn. Okay. Since I am free now to just do anything but attack the Hungarians, what I could do is keep pressing my attack against the Polish. I could go for Prussia, which is worth a lot of points. Well, it's worth 2. But it's also, I think, a pretty potentially wealthy province. It's only making the Poles 184, but they don't have any ships. You know, they're not actually doing any trade. I mean, neither will I because I'm at war with everybody, but let's see. It might be worth a quick little lunge in this direction because, yeah, let's disband these mercenaries too. And what I think I'm going to do is I'll leave Pomerania very lightly guarded. And loyalty is looking okay there. And gosh, if we just had more time to shunt these men around. Let's see, we do have the crusade marker here. So if the Danes press their attack or the English get excommunicated, these are options. I think I do need to be concerned about more English attack. Let's see, it's showing, I think this guy's the general of the stack. So educated, that's good. Both of those guys are fine in terms of traits, but we can't train anything out of Flanders. Gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so pathetic. My training is so bad. Okay, let's go with some mounted sergeants in Saxony. Let's go with some feudal sergeants in Franconia, and yeah, let's start getting armor here, and then we'll get, the metalsmith going, because that's one of our iron provinces. Now, the Italians have been really hesitant to do anything, so this 3-star general, although we could be attacked by sea in Provence, so he's probably doing some good there. Let's keep going with, geez, is it useful to go Genoese sailors? They're the cheapest, although, no, arbalesters are way cheaper. Even Pavese crossbowmen are even cheaper to train than Genoese sailors, and way cheaper in upkeep. Let's see, Pavese or Arbalest? Let's go Arbalest. And here, let's go with some feudal knights. I got to get some decent cav because the Danes have a lot of good infantry, but they also have a lot of royal knights. Okay, I think that's it until we can go to Citadel in Milan. But it's going to be a long time. I think there's just so much to do, right? It's never enough with the Holy Roman Empire. You've got so much to take care of. It's part of the challenge. Okay, so after much deliberation, this is what I'm going for here. We've got basically 2 stacks when you put all this stuff together. So we've got a decent amount of archers. We've got some infantry. We've got a few crossbows, a little bit of cav. I think it's okay. We'll see, of course, if they press us. We've got a few, kind of weird junk or light units scrolled, thrown in there. We also got we just went archer mad. So we've got a lot of guys that we can send up north, I guess. Yeah, just a lot of those units. So we'll take a break from archers for a little while. But I think that's what we want to do for now. We're training. Okay. And we're attacking here in Prussia. And with all that done, I think we're finally ready to hit end turn again. My gosh. And, especially see what the Danes are going to do. Okay. How are they? Oh, that's right. They've got ships around the other side of England. Yep, there's a bunch of naval movements happening, the Danes, that I'm powerless to stop. Okay. The Horde is coming on strong. They're doing better than I thought they were at first. I thought I was going to need to help them out a little bit. They're taking Lithuania, and we're invading Prussia. This feels like a war that I don't want anymore, because I've got bigger problems, right? I thought this was going to be an easy little take, and they've got just a ton of archers. I mean, look at this. 6, 7, 8, 9 archers, crossbows, arbalests. 2 units of cav. And I've got very, very little in the way of cav. And like, I don't, gosh. If I call off the attack, is he going to get some bad traits? Because I feel like he could be more useful now in the west, but let's do it. We got to do it, I think. Because, I mean, we could destroy the Polish faction here. Would be one nice thing. I don't think... Yeah, we want to attack here. Of course, I've got a ton of archers, too. I should have shuffled the reinforcements because... Well, hey. This is all going according to plan, I guess, on some level. Okay, the thing that we do have is a lot of feudal sergeants, so a lot of decent spears. And we've got, you know, the command advantage. So, let's just march right up to them. Our archers are going to take a bunch of hits. Halt there, start shooting at them. And let's just move... Yeah, let's say like everybody who's not an archer. Yeah, that. We'll do that. You guys will be a new group. And I'm just going to move you straight at the enemy here. And we're going to kind of just do our best to ignore you know, all the archers, all the arbalesters and so on. They're going to try to hit us. That's fine. I'm going to run an archer forward here just to help out. Man, that rain was extremely quick, wasn't it? Let's get the archers turned around. All right. We're going to run forward. I mean, this doesn't feel like a great move necessarily, but... Let's see, armored spears, spearmen, militia sergeants. I mean, they don't have a lot for melee. My guys have a clear valor advantage, so you can just get their cavalry stuck and then, you know, kill them. Catching their, what is this, Pavese crossbows. It's fine. Great. My wings are basically sacrificial at this point. Let's go ahead and just push those crossbows away. Bring the archers up. I mean, we're not going to win an archer duel here, but we are going to, you know, we're going to help, I guess. All right, winning easily, but at least you're kind of stuck. Yeah, there's no reason we can't run these archers, like, physically off the field, actually. So let's do that. Spearmen starting to route over here. But their guys are routing. Very good. Let's move right up the center. And they do have some reinforcements. I think we're gonna do okay. Oh, chivalric sergeants. That's a weird placement. I don't know if that's a reinforcement army or what, but let's get over here to make sure this is a decisive end to some of these units. Yeah, our spearman route, not unexpected. Okay, our archers lost that fight. But that's okay, we'll give him that. Let's throw the general in here. Hopefully he does well. Let's see, can we bring on... Not yet. We've got 8 units of reinforcement. Some of them are cav. Would be nice to have. Alright, good. Alright, let's see if we can get him. Because I would really love to kill him here. That would be the end, I think, for the faction. I don't think he has any heirs. Yeah, he's probably going to get away, though.
Your chief enemy,
No! Dang!
has been taken prisoner.
Oh, geez. Okay, now this is a very important consideration. Because if we press this little button now, then the king is dead and maybe the faction is eliminated. But if he does have an heir who, like, say, just came of age this turn, then the faction would live and we'd miss out on the ransom. Although maybe they wouldn't pay us ransom anyway, right? That can sometimes happen. The AI just doesn't bother. Alright, let's get these guys around here. We'll, looks like they're fleeing the field. Gosh, what to do? I think we gotta do it. We gotta kill this guy. We get the poles off our back in the east. And even if we don't, we're not that broke. We don't really need the ransom. Yeah, let's do it. Polish king executed. Let's speed this up and see if we get waves of reinforcements. I don't think we will, no. They're fleeing the field. So we'll see what the result is here. Alright, Prussia conquered. Moldavia lost. French have decided they cannot win the battle and are retreating from Bulgaria. Why is that? Hungarians or Byzantines? Provence invaded. Okay, winter battle, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I don't... Geez, actually, we've got some really good units here. We have better units than I expected. There's just not enough of them. And these guys are all up, 1 or 2 points of valor from me, and they're better upgraded. They get all these Vikings. Gosh, do I give up Provence, or do I fight it? Let's see. He'll try to get his best troops in first to the fort. I think we got to abandon. I don't want the Swabians getting in, or the feudal knights getting in. I don't have enough of these guys as it is. So we'll keep the army. This guy may get some bad traits. My king is definitely going to lose some influence after this. Oh, did I auto-resolve? Oh my freaking word. This is just not going my way here. Oh, come on. Alright, defeat, victory. We won in the Baltic. We won in the English Channel, Straits of Sicily, the Sea of Crete. Faction eliminated. Okay, we made the right move here. We got rid of the Poles. Oh, the French just died to death. Yeah, so they had just an old king. All right. All right, we got Carpathia. Great. And our king is now married at the ripe old age of 60, I want to say. Let's see. Okay, no one get back. Well, that's right. I thought I was retreating, but I clicked the wrong button. Oh my gosh, that is so terrible. I feel so bad about this. Oh, if there were ever a time in which I'm tempted to go back and reload, because I did not mean to do that. I wanted to keep my army intact to get like 3 units of Swabians, but, well, we'll stick it out. We got lots of troops we can use, and now we got 2 fewer enemies in the east. Both re-emergences, so I'm curious to see if there's going to be any more re-emergences, because the French, you know, I don't know if he was married, the French king. I don't know if he had any younger, like, cousins or something who might have escaped detection. They might be back, and now that they got Hungary, they could emerge here or in Bulgaria. Okay, and the Golden Horde is moving in. I think they're gonna take Constantinople pretty soon. All right. All right, now what to do with Carpathia? I don't think I really need it. And I've got a 5-star general here who's a skilled attacker, a skilled defender, you know, murderous temper, which is fine. But this is a great general to use. And if I could give him another, you know, another title to get his stars up to an even 6, that'd be fantastic. So I think I gotta move these guys like through the path of least resistance. So we lost Moldavia, which is good. Let's see, where would that be? Poland has 2 stacks of rebels, and Hungary has 2 stacks of rebels. I guess I could have held on to Moldavia and used the port to get out of there, but I don't know. Let's see, we could go down to Wallachia. No point in that because the Golden Horde is down here. Okay, let's throw everything at Hungary. Let's just get him to retreat into Poland. Alright, this should rebel to probably the Hungarians, which is fine. And let's throw all of this stuff. Like everything. There we go. So now we've got like 3 or 4 stacks here, all told. And these armies, I just hate facing armies like this, where you've got a lot of archers, because, you know, you're just going to take losses running up to them. And these guys are not pushovers either. I mean, especially when they've got a little armor on them. They already have armor, and then they've got some upgrades on top of that. So, you know, this is it's not like your classic infantry clash, which I'm okay with usually. You know, if I can get the matchups figured out right, which I've clearly struggled with in this campaign. But this kind of stuff, man, I just hate this. What you would want is like a bunch of cav, right? And I do not have that. Definitely not yet. And they're all like this, both of these stacks. So hopefully they just retreat. We won't have to fight it. And then we can just get on out of here and get these troops back into the west, where we're going to lose some stuff here pretty soon. So let's see. Let's put you in charge of you. And before we forget, let's retrain this 3-star guy. And hopefully the Hungarians don't choose this exact moment to attack. Here, let's see, 1 year, then we'll have Prussia. I guess that's good. And how's our cash? Okay, we're making a lot of cash now. Projected profits 1990. So that is a result of, let's see. Well, I don't know, getting Carpathia? I mean, this does make us almost 700, so it's kind of a shame to give this up. Okay. The Golden Horde is helping me in Hungary, which is really cool. Hopefully hopefully we won't have to fight that one, though. Yep, we're getting hit. Okay, yep, the rebels just withdraw. Wonderful. So I should get this. All right, Pomerania invaded. Pomerania. Okay, so this is up by the Baltic. And they've just raided across the sea because I guess that region, this here, does touch on Pomerania. Just barely. So even though I've got ships in the Baltic, they can still get down to this. That's really too bad. This force can totally beat mine. So we will retreat to the stronghold here. And Saxony invaded. Do we have a river? I don't think we do. I think that only benefits the Danes if you're invading from Saxony up to Denmark. Okay. They outnumber us by 100 men. Jeez, we don't have good stuff. They get 3 stars. I've got 1. We've got some upgraded guys. You know, so do they. I guess now is the time to see what my mounted sergeants can do. Because I bet we could take care of these archers, at least. And then it's just a matter of, like, you know, swarming this cav unit and maybe cutting it up with these militia sergeants. So we'll see what a militia army... We're in the high period, and we're using, like, early era units almost exclusively here. We've got an organ gun, but they're not going to let us use it because they're attacking in the rain. This is a very interesting little artillery piece. And we haven't used any gunpowder yet in the campaign, but you can see there, it's got like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or so, I guess it's 6 apertures or tubes, and it's got an extremely short range. You know, so a unit would have to come like here, basically right in front of it, and then it fires. So, you know, theoretically, we could set up in such a way that that might have a chance of hitting something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's set up relatively close. We'll put the spearman right here. We'll put the organ gun. Yeah, let's actually put the spearman right next to that thing. Alright, come on. Give me that sweet spot a little bit further, but not too far. Oh god, we're just running into the hedge. Okay, how about this? We move you. Alright, I think that's fine. So, spearmen are there. General is back, and he's just going to probably charge out through the organ gun when that inevitably gets hit. We do have 15 woodsmen who are not going to do us much good at all here, and we've got our militia sergeants. Man, this is a very scrappy, poor force, but we do have our cav. So let's put them over here. Militia sergeants. I mean, I've got to say they look better in battle. I think maybe it's just because of the shield. You got your faction symbol on it. It looks kind of cool. But they look a little cooler, you know, in person, as it were, than on the unit card, in my opinion. Okay, let's move over here. I wonder if they'll let us, you know, get off a shot with the organ gun, you know, if the rain stops, which it might. Archers and arbalesters. Concerned about splitting these guys up. You know, one thing I could do if I had, you know, more men and more confidence in this group of guys is just take them completely around the back, you know, and draw off whatever, some of these forces. But I don't think they'd perform all that well. You know, off on their own. I think their morale is not great. Are they shooting at me already? Yeah, they are. Wow, okay. Better range than I would have thought. They're not getting any damage just yet, so I think the weather worked against them there. Anyway, how about this? Since the army's kind of splitting up and going way over here, let's see. All right, we're going to get the chivalric sergeants coming back. Few hits from the arrows. Actually, we didn't take any losses there. Let's avoid the chivalric sergeants. Come on, don't get caught by infantry. That's really embarrassing. In back. Let's lead him back to the line if we can. Okay, it's actually kind of working. Yeah, they're marching pretty quick. Okay. Archers are not routing yet. I do have to worry about the morale issue. But let's go in this direction. I can't quite fire on them. Let's see if we can get close to close enough to hit these guys. We're gonna have to come a little bit closer to get into range. Yeah, I guess they're not gonna. Alright, let's just work around to the back, to the side. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, okay, that was... What was that? 80? Oh my gosh, that took out 19 men. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was kind of worth it. I mean, we're gonna lose this for sure. No question, but that was nice. Oh, can we turn? Can we please turn and get these Royal Knights at point blank? Please, please, please. 81. 96. Okay, I feel like we did more damage to our own men. Oh, there's, and I forget to attack with my chivalric men-at-arms. Okay, so this is how we lose Saxony. Yeah, well, at least we had a little bit of fun there. Got to see the organ gun in action. Yeah, the morale is just not great. I mean, obviously, we were being attacked by one of the most fearsome units in the game, I think. Yeah. Yep. Fine. All right, give me the end battle, or make me withdraw all of them. Okay, there we go. Gosh. All right, Saxony is lost. This is not good. We do have the stronghold, so some of the guys get back. It's a castle and a ring wall. It's going to be a little while before they can get through to it. We don't have anything good in there, but it's better than nothing at all, right? And Flanders is invaded here. We've got another good general versus another not good general. Oh gosh, another bunch of Royal Knights. Yeah, 3 archers though. We do outnumber them, so we could maybe do some more damage here. We're not going to do that much damage here. I mean, just looking at it, it's more bad stuff. You know, we put it in the woods. We'll see what we can do, right? That's the best we can hope for. Let's put it like here, like that, and turn it like that. Okay. They've got feudal sergeants, 2 units, Vikings. You know, 3 units of cav. Alright, you guys are attacking me. And they're gonna have to come into the trees, and I think we should be doing pretty well against mounted sergeants. Let's go hit them. Losing badly. Love to take him out. They've got too many like 4-star generals. Yeah, it's not going to happen though. Look at all this. Winning easily. That is just BS. I mean, I know I've got 0 Valor guys. We're, led by a bad general. Under-strength units, low-tier stuff. But mounted sergeants in the woods. I think this is where that, the AI on expert getting those morale bonuses is where that really works against you there. We should have those guys carved up. All right, let's get over here and what do they got? Okay, the Vikings are coming in. Afraid that's going to be the end of it. Let's hit him in the flank, I guess. The general's just screwing off over to the right. Let's just hit the Royal Knights and speed this up to its inevitable conclusion. What did we do? We killed 41 men. That's friggin' pathetic, man. Oh, gosh, so frustrating. All right, Flanders lost. Burgundy invaded with the Italians and apparently their best buddies, the Danes. This is a bridge battle. It looks like there is one, possibly two. I think that's one bridge. Maybe there's another one way over there. I don't know. But regardless, wait. Okay, yeah. Doge Romano the First, with all his heavy cav, and King Harold V with his good mixed army of actual good stuff versus my bad army of bad stuff. Yeah, why not? Okay, it's winter. It's raining, and there is a second bridge. Great. Okay. So, are they going to take both bridges? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up at one bridge. If they're crossing on both bridges, I'm just getting out of here. There's no point. I'm just going to, like, kind of be there. And I just can't tell. But, yeah, let's get out. Yep. End battle. We're going to have to fight not a bridge battle, but like a, yeah. A bad battle. Okay, so at least now, maybe, we can get a ceasefire with the Italians. But there goes Burgundy. And with Burgundy, that means we are very, very close to the center of our realm being lost. Okay, Genoa. Again, we outnumber them, but we are way outclassed. Got some Jeanettes here. We've got a royal bodyguard with a single man, but 4 stars. Another royal bodyguard, a few archers, and just enough infantry to push all of our garbage pretty much any direction it wants. So yeah, I guess let's set up and get on a hill somewhere. See if we can shoot some of them. Yeah, and not good terrain either. The rolling hills, the annoyingly rolling hills of Genoa. Okay, we've got arbalesters. You know, this is going to break super fast. You watch. We're going to do that. That. There we go. They're just going to get close. They just charge our lines. Oh, yeah, flank. Yep. You know what? Screw you. I want to at least take out some of you jerks. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's hit the Royal Knights. If we possibly can. No, because we get charged. You see, the problem is we get charged by like 20 Spanish Jeanettes. So that's the issue there. That was our mistake. We shouldn't have allowed those 20 horsemen to get close to us. Yeah. Despite the hail of arrows and ballista bolts or arbalest bolts or whatever. Yep, that was our tactical error here. Now we've got some very high valor enemies. Let's just stop there, engage at will. Yep, general's running away. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how many did we kill here? 48. God, so pathetic. Okay. And Milan invaded. I think we could maybe take this. It's fairly comparable in terms of valor and armament. I think we could maybe deal with this. We've got two feudal knights. Okay. Time for some success. Let's see. You know what? Let's not prolong this. Let's put them up on the hill here. We've got our 11 feudal men at arms. Begin the battle. We've got, okay, no spearmen. We've got 40 mounted sergeants. Now you watch, those mounted sergeants are going to perform fantastic compared to mine because they've got the AI expert difficulty bonus. Yeah, you guys just absolutely flank, please. Okay. Finally decided. It's like watching a dog try to lay down. Just circling. I mean, I get it. I hope my increasing bitterness is not preventing you from enjoying the episode. Maybe Schadenfreude will, is doing something for you. We'll do a charge straight down into these Vikings. They're not going to let us do a lot of fancy stuff here, honestly. Let's see. Okay, we took out 11, 15. Taking out a good amount of men on that first charge. Winning easily. Let's hit the mounted sergeants. We're going to charge them. No, don't go. You are going to stick around and get killed. I guess I can use you guys to flank or something. Nope, don't go away. Evenly matched. Okay, losing. Yeah, we're getting torn up here. The Vikings have armor-piercing axes. That is the issue with that unit. Okay, they're pulling out. They're going to get out of there. Okay, all right, fine. Let's see if we can do the same. Can we do that same kind of thing? Nah, I guess not. $14 Vikings here. Let's hit 40 Vikings here. Oh no, our feudal knights are running away. All right.
The general of your army has been slaughtered by a perfidious.
Yep. All right, Milan's gone. We're winning in the Baltic. Oh my gosh. 518 men captured. Why is that? Is that like just Burgundy, just Provence? I'm not sure exactly what that was. No, we don't have that much money. We can't afford all of this. I think there was a good general in there somewhere probably, but that's too bad. Okay, we got some rebels, execute them all. Yep, Carpathia is unrestful, that's fine. And did I forget to move my guys out of Hungary? Or did that just happen? This may have just happened, so I didn't get a chance because we had all those battles to fight. Okay. So, what's happening here? It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Hungary just absorbed these rebels. So, I'm not totally sure. That may not have been what occurred, but I think that is what happened because there's no siege happening here. You had 2 rebel stacks. I think if we were to go back and check, these are the same rebel stacks that Poland had before they turned into a rebel faction. And yeah, Boleslaw, that's a Polish name in this game. So Hungary, and this will happen sometimes it'll happen in your favor actually. It's pretty rare. But you can have rebels just decide to join your forces. If you've ever wondered, like, when a turn ends, why you all of a sudden own some territory somewhere, that could very well be why. But it does happen with the AI. You'll see it around reemergences, too. When a faction emerges and there's lots of rebels in the territory, sometimes the next turn those rebels will join him. So the Hungarians just got stronger for free because their rebels decided to join up. So that's neat. Now, why did we capture a bunch of rebels? Not totally sure why that was. Because we didn't capture either of these places. Well, I think it's time now to throw everything at the Danes. We're going to forget Prussia. We're going to go right west into Pomerania. This is going to strengthen the Hungarians, but I'm hoping that... Oh gosh, look at this. They emptied Serbia to drive out the Golden Horde. And they got Moldavia too. How did they do that? They must have attacked from Volhynia. Wow. Well, they already had it. That's right. So how did the Golden Horde help me? They had Bulgaria. That's why. They had moved down. I don't know. I'll have to... something must have happened. Maybe the Golden Horde invaded Bulgaria by sea, actually, because they do have a boat here. But regardless, Hungarians are looking stronger. Jeez. Are they allied with the Byzantines? No, they're not. So there's a potential for conflict there. Maybe the Byzantines will attack Serbia. I'm tempted to. And check this out. We got some real bad loyalty on some of these generals, but that's why we got this guy right here. All right, make everybody feel better. Oh my gosh, so bad. Okay, so you know, if we were to stick around for 2 more seasons, we could get this back, or get the rebels gone, and then you know, have a province to sack. You know, get a little bit of cash out of it. But we're not going to do that. We are needed back in the west. So what's the best way to go here? Austria, Bohemia, or go straight up through Poland? If we go to Bohemia, Franconia, Saxony, that's 1, 2, 3 years. Not really enough time. You know, not fast enough because... Well, this could hold out for 5 years. I don't think they're going to wait that long, though. It's a ring wall, so we might be able to hold them out just on the defenses of the walls themselves. Well, and we can bring these guys in too. So, I mean, they don't have total naval superiority, but here's what they can do. And this is the really irritating thing, because we keep winning these battles, and we've got boats here and here, but they've got this and this. And so, do they have a ship here? I think this is not a deep sea region, and they definitely have one here in the Atlantic. So, yeah. So I'm sure they've got an unbroken chain of boats, so that means they can get... They're not cut off, unfortunately. They can get guys from Spain all the way up to Sweden if they want. They just can't attack over here, which is too bad, because they can barely, as you can see, they can barely hit Pomerania. Well, we're going to counterattack next turn, and I think we're going to move up to, let's see, Austria. We go here, here, and here. I think it makes more sense to go to Austria. We could split them up, but I want to apply maximum force in one direction, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make all these guys head over into the west. Let's take a look at our king's influence. It is down to 3. Man, when we started this episode, it was really good. We were at almost max influence, and this guy started off at 6. It's pretty decent. Oh my gosh. Where's Heinrich? Okay, he's up here. He's pretty disloyal. So this is taking a bad turn, and I am really wondering how we're going to hold on to this. Let's see, Leon. Some of these places are just undefended. So if we had anything like a spy network, we could take them out. This is going to require a bit of thought, but I don't know that we have time. You know, it feels like... What are we doing now? Minus 390 for cash. Loyalty's still good. Well, No, it's bad. It's bad now. Oh my gosh. Wow. Everyone is terrible. How about you? Maybe you can be in charge of this stack? Yes, okay. Just enough. And here... Oh gosh. Oh gosh, even the Lord here is bad. Blackmailer. Well, let's get you a title. We've got a title lying around, I'm sure. Croatia 2. Let's give that to you. That brings you up to a nice 4. That's respectable. And I'm gonna throw another princess. We're running out of princesses here, but I want to have this, you know, as a fallback position in case things get really bad, which they could, because here's old Max Influence King Harold V. Yeah, we're going to lose Burgundy, and they can attack Swabia next turn. So this is where we're at currently. You know, all these places are you know, really bad in terms of loyalty. That's, you know, fine. But we got to get Saxony back, and we got to keep training, which we are doing. But loyalty is so terrible, and the Danes are still not excommunicated yet. And so I think the reasoning behind that is they're not that big compared to me. So it'll take a while. You can pick on the Germans for quite a while if they've got a lot of territory before the Pope says anything about it. So there's not a huge imbalance in our territories. We're about even. So that means I won't be able to use this little ace up my sleeve, unfortunately. Best I can hope for is that they kind of fall apart, like they stop, you know, keeping good track of their own territories or something. But that's, you know, we can't really rely on that. All right, what can we do? What can we do? Well, we can, I guess, like kind of abandon Silesia. I mean, the Hungarians are almost certain to attack it, and these units are better spent elsewhere, I would say. Let's head to Franconia. From here, we can hit Saxony, Brandenburg, Friesland, Lorraine, Swabia, all places that are likely to be attacked relatively soon. And then we'll get these troops together. Yep, and then next season, see what can be done about that. We're doing what we can in terms of training, but we just don't have a lot of stuff to train. That's like, that feels like there would be any point to it. Let's bring you... oh gosh, do we want to... All of these look really dangerous. Let's take this guy down. Okay. Do we want to bring the king over? I mean, why not? He's 61. It doesn't really matter. I mean, he's not that great. Well, let's leave him there for now. I think we're going to leave on this sour note, unfortunately, folks. I would love to just keep playing a few more turns to try to resolve it. Okay, we do have spies. We've got a bunch of spies. I was training spies. Like, I knew there was going to be this moment. Okay. Cordoba. All right, let's get up here. Gosh, we don't have any ports to use. The Papal States has border forts, so does Naples. All right, we got to get up to Tuscany then. Get all these guys out of here. All right, we do have a few spies. We've got 5 spies. We get them up here, get them into Venice, and then we get them over to Spain and try to do some damage here. I do want to see what Portugal looks like. That tends to be pretty rebellious, and so if we can cause the Danes a little bit of trouble, that would be fantastic. Let's go ahead and keep training up spies in Rome. We've got mounted sergeants here. Okay. Let's keep them down here. I want to have kind of a surprisingly strong force down here in the event that we need to send them up north. Yeah, so that's where things are going to stand. We're going to move these guys over to the west. We're going to try to push back against the Danes, try to cause big problems for them, and then hope that the Hungarians don't just see it as a huge invitation to hit us in the back, which they probably will. So, man, I hope we can turn this around. It's amazing, isn't it, how you go from you know, the highs to the lows in this game. You can feel like you're absolutely serene, just coasting along, and then something like that can happen, and then you can just be plunged into just about a panic here, which is kind of where I'm at. All that could make this worse is if the Byzantines decide to, you know, screw you, we're going to invade Rome or something, or just start sinking my ships. That itself would be enough, because any amount of money that I'm making right now is entirely dependent on this Eastern Mediterranean trade, and we're still not making enough to break even. So we're going to have to hope that our forces that we've trained in the past are enough to deal with the Danes. Hope that we can do some damage to them up in the north. Hope that we can hold off their ships in the meantime. And in fact, since this boat is not doing me any good over here, maybe what I ought to do is move it right here, just to screw up their network. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to see if any of this pans out. And geez, thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you will stick around to see how this all unfolds, if I can hold it together. Yeah, until the next one, folks, take care.